Hello and welcome to Shared Health MV ArcGIS Online. This is a training video that will guide Vector's users holding viewers licenses through the basics of Health Services web app. This web app is an interactive platform where the users will be able to view the health services data by zooming and panning through the web map. It is a provincial tool built to provide Vector staff with a high-level view of healthcare facilities across Manitoba, as well as different types of clinical services they offer. The data could also be visualized in terms of type and availability of beds, diagnostics, specialty services, surgeries, and emergency levels handled. In alignment with the Clinical and Preventative Services Plan, this app will digitally connect the healthcare providers to coordinate and access information quickly. This web app could be used on different platforms such as desktop, laptop, tablet, and smartphones as well. Once the user has signed in into ArcGIS online platform and have opened the app to view it, a disclaimer notice pops up on the screen. Users must read the notice and click OK to be able to access the app's content. Now you will be able to see the web map showing the boundary of Province of Manitoba, which has been divided into 5 regional health boundaries with different colors, including Northern, Interlake Eastern, Prairie Mountain Health, Winnipeg, and Southern Health Sandison. On the right-hand side, you can see a list of data layers, which is geographic data that can be populated into the web map to virtually show the locations of health services, specialty services, surgeries, and so on. Right besides the list of layers, you can see the legend, which will dynamically show the symbols or icons as we populate data into the web map. This light bar could be adjusted in size or even collapsed whenever needed. Now let us start adding data to the web map. Click on the arrow beside the Health Services grouped layer. To expand it, you will find various sublayers within this grouped layer. Now click on Toggle Eye besides the All Facilities sublayer. You should now see the data points over the web map. Some of the data points appear as orange-colored clusters, with a number representing the total number of facilities geographically present under the clusters. When you zoom in through one of these clusters by scrolling using your mouse, you will see how it gets segregated into the respective data points or the facilities. You can always refer to the legend on the right-hand side to know what the icons represent. These data points not only show you the locations of the facilities, but also the relevant data. In order to view the data, click on any point, let's say the acute facility represented by an H icon. A pop-up window will appear showing all the relevant data. Click on the top right corner here to dock this window. You can see the relevant information such as the facility, type, operator, Vector's contact, access route, service profile, and so on. You can scroll down to view the entire information related to this data point. Once you have referred to this information, you can click on the cross sign to close the pop-up window. You can now zoom out of the web map to add and view other data layers. Now click again on the toggle eye besides the All Facilities layers to turn it off. You can see other sublayers such as the acute, PCH, primary care, nursing station, and supportive housing, which have been derived from all facility layers to individually show different type of facilities. To view any of these layers, you may click on the toggle eye right beside it. For example, the acute facilities have popped up on the web map. You may toggle on multiple layers at a time. For example, the primary care, the nursing stations. You see the relevant icons have popped up on the screen. In order to refer to the relevant data, you may click on any of the data points to view the pop-up information. For example, this is the facilities detail related to the nursing station, which will show you the name of the facility, the type, operator, Vectis contact, and the other data. You can even choose to use the search button to look for facility within a particular region. For example, let us search for the facilities within Flin Flon region. And there you go. The relevant data points have popped up in the Flin Flon region. You may refer to the data points or even the information contained within them just by clicking on any of these points, as we have done before. Now let us close the pop-up windows and scroll out of the web map. If you have multiple layers on and would like to toggle them off all at once, you may simply click on the toggle button right beside the grouped layer to put them off. Now collapse the grouped health services layer and let's move on to the next layer, which is emergency levels, and toggle it on. These data points represent the locations of the facilities which can handle emergency levels. Click on the icon to view the relevant data. So if you look at what emergency levels are present here, you can see the status is open acute CTAS 1 to 5, PBRC available. Now let's move on to the beds data layer. On expanding the beds layer, you can see there are different types of bed data available, such as acute medicine, intensive care unit, and surgery beds. In order to view one or more layers, toggle them on. Here you can see the facilities with the acute medicine beds. The label over the icon shows the number of acute medicine beds, which can also be seen by clicking on any of the relevant data points. If you look at the pop-up information, the acute medicine bed number present here is 3, which is also represented by the label over it. If you would also like to see other bed data in relation to acute medicine beds, let us put the layers on. For example, the specialty care unit beds. Oh, you do not immediately see the data points for the specialty care unit beds. That's because those data points have been overshadowed by the acute medicine bed layers. The order of the layers matters in GIS. Depending on the number of data points, the layers above will overshadow all or some of the data points of the layer below it. Hence, to be able to view the special care unit beds, either toggle off the acute medicine bed layer, or you can even choose to increase transparency to various degrees as you go on clicking this option. Now you can see the special care unit bed data points. This option can be useful when you would like to view multiple layers, which might overshadow the layers beneath it. Optionally, you can even choose to hide the labels for this layer to view labels for the layers beneath it. Be sure to reset or decrease the transparency after you have referred to the data. Otherwise, this layer will not show any points even when it is toggled on. To hide these options, again click on the 3 dots here. Now, let us collapse the bed groups layer and expand the specialty services layer. There are 4 sub-layers, such as the neurology services, the GI services, obstetric services, and pediatric services. Some layers in this app, such as the GI services, do not show any data for now, but will get populated as the data is available. Similarly, we have some data for the different type of surgeries. Under the surgeries group layer, you see the general surgery, oral surgery, plastic surgery, ophthalmology surgery, and orthopedic surgery. Just like the layers above, you can toggle on any of these layers and click on the relevant data point to view the relevant information. Additionally, there is another health services group, which is diagnostics. We have different type of diagnostics data available in this web app, such as the cardiology, CT scan, ECG, EKG, interventional radiology, MRI, lab, ultrasound, and X-ray. More details on these layers could be accessed just by toggling the layer on and clicking on the relevant data point. Apart from this, some additional layers could be added to this web map, such as the First Nations. This layer shows the First Nation reserves. If you zoom in, the First Nation reserve area will pop up and you can click on any of these to view the relevant data. For example, the administrative area name, the Aboriginal land code type, Aboriginal land type description, administrative area identifier, and so on. Another such layer could be the pharmacies layer. This layer shows the locations of the community pharmacies. Let us zoom into the Winnipeg region to view the locations of the pharmacies and the relevant data that these data points carry. So it contains all the basic data, that is the pharmacy name, the pharmacy address, phone number, fax number, email address, and manager name. This was all about the basics of the Health Services web app for the use of vectors. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, kindly contact us at sharedhealthgis@sharedhealthmb.ca. Thank you.